Welcome back to the self-love series. So we're talking about how to build and strengthen your self-love. And in doing this, a big part is eliminating that negative self-talk. What is negative self-talk? That is any inner dialogue that you're having with yourself that may prevent you from believing in yourself. Essentially, it's you trash talking yourself, also known as your inner critic. Some examples could be, I knew you couldn't do it. You're so stupid. Oh, you're such an idiot. Well, at least these are the examples I used to say to myself. In order to build self-love, we have to view ourselves in a loving way. Sure, I know. Sometimes it's funny when we're talking to other people that we might say this in a joking way. Like, oh, I'm so dumb. I don't even know why I thought I could do that. Then maybe everyone laughs and you just move on. Well, the problem with this is over time, you're going to begin to believe this. Think of your thoughts as a roadway in your brain. So the more you think a thought, the stronger it becomes. So you're cementing this pathway of negative thoughts and negative beliefs that simply aren't true. So it's time to scratch that. No more. Look, if you already have some of these negative thought patterns in your brain, you can remove them. You can change them. What we know about neuroplasticity tells us that we can actually create new positive neural pathways in our brain. And part of doing this is removing and eliminating negative self-talk. Try implementing these 5 steps today to get you on a path of building and strengthening your self-love. Step 1, give your inner critic a name. And no, not a mean name or a negative name. No, give her a funny name. Some psychotherapists argue that in doing this actually removes the power that your inner critic has over you. So you can actually start to think clearer about a certain situation versus focusing all of that negative talk and negative energy on yourself. So give her a name like Bitter Betty, Negative Nancy, or Felicia. So when she pops up, you can simply say, bye, Felicia. Next step, become more self-aware. In all of your personal development, the key and foundation for improving yourself is always to become aware. It's essentially when you become an observer of yourself. So the next time that negative Nelly pops up, pay attention to what the trigger was, write it down so that you can start to identify what the pattern is. Next, put things into perspective. Again, when you have that negative self-talk creeping in, take a pause. Don't verbalize it out loud. Really think about the situation and put it into perspective. Most times our knee-jerk reaction is to automatically attack ourselves and trash talk ourselves. But instead of doing that, take a deep breath, take a pause, think about how you can solve the situation, and then that's going to allow you to think clearer and be a little more patient and more graceful with yourself. Next, think in possibilities. It can be so challenging and so daunting when we're in this negative thought cycle to immediately introduce something positive or to say something nice to ourselves. So the better thing to do is think in neutral. Instead of saying, I'm such a failure, I can't believe I messed up again, replace that with something neutral like, I didn't do very well in that project, but I will learn and do something differently the next time. Now, don't lie to yourself. Just be realistic and remove any words that may fall into the self-hate category. And the last step is to become your best friend. I know a lot of you have heard this before. The way that you talk to a loved one is the way that you should talk to yourself. You would never tell a loved one, you're so stupid, you're so dumb, you're an idiot, a failure. No. So why is it okay for you to talk to yourself this way? One way for us to combat that negative Nelly voice in our head is to become its best friend. Yes, we do not combat negative with negative. No, we combat negative with positive. So I want you to create a wins journal. And what that wins journal will have in it are all of your accomplishments, your goals, whether it be big or small. Write down your strengths. Keep this journal near to you. Read it every night or read it first thing in the morning so that you remember just how awesome you are. The more that you start highlighting all of these wins and positive things about yourself, you are going to see what everyone else sees. And so the next time bitter Betty or negative Nelly tries to pop up and criticize you, you now have proof that everything she's saying just simply is not true. Now, in incorporating these 5 steps, it's going to put you in a better position to strengthen and build your self-love.